sit tight, relax,
I'm
enjoy the show.
and this is Fear Factor. The stunts you're about to see were designed and supervised by trained professionals. They are extremely dangerous and should never be attempted by anyone, anywhere, anytime.
I'd like to welcome you to this special live edition of Fear Factor. Now earlier today we recruited some of our guests, people just like you, to come on the show and face some of their worst fears as they perform dangerous and nasty stunts live just for you. So are you ready to meet the stars of the show? Let's bring it out right now. Here they are. Your 6 contestants, put your hands together. It's Ryan! Rob! Brenna! On my left, this is Matt! Vince! Here they are, your 6 contestants. Give them a round of applause. This is something that shows you to prove that you have what it takes to be a true champion of Fear Factor Live. With that to be said, you must complete 3 extreme stunts that will not only test you physically, but mentally as well. If you're too afraid to attempt the challenge, you'll be eliminated. If you try a stunt but fail to complete it, you're gone. But if you succeed, you'll move on to the next round and be that much closer to claiming the winner's bragging rights of Fear Factor Live. So you ready to get this party started? Yeah! We'll set you up for that first stunt. While the contestants are getting ready, let's take a look at some interviews we shot of them before the show and hear what they had to say.
My name is Ryan from Ohio, and I just went Fear Factor trying to impress my new wife.
I'm Bob, I'm from London. I'm going to go to Fear Factor because I'm going to show you skinny guys can still do the strength competition.
I'm Brenna from Baltimore, Maryland, and I'm going to win Fear Factor because I refuse to lose.
Hi, I'm Matt from London. I want to win this competition, I love it, and I want to show it to you guys.
Hi, I'm Luke from Chesterfield, Virginia, and I'm here to win Fear Factor so that all guys can win this thing.
My name is Vince from Richmond, Virginia, and as the smallest competitor, I got to the bigger they are, harder they fall.
Well, that's what our competitors sounded like when we spoke to them before the show. I wonder how they're feeling right about now. Just to remind everyone what they are in for, let's take a look at some of these highlights from the hit NBC series, Fear Factor.
Contestants, can you hear me? Good, get your game faces on, listen carefully. If this is your first stunt, it's called the endurance hang. Right now you're holding onto a bar suspended by one thin cable. Hold on tight because when we say go, the bottom drops out. You look dangling high above the unforgiving ground below. The first 3 contestants to fall, they will be eliminated. The rest move on to the semi-final round. The contestant which holds on the longest will gain the advantage of choosing their teammate for the next stunt, as well as an automatic advancement in the event of a tie. Oh, by the way,
there's one more thing. That's right. Starting with my first volunteer, Erica. Erica, we met everybody. Let's look at Erica. Please round of applause. 15 seconds into this first stunt, Erica is going to throw this lever. He's going to turn on some industrial fans, blasting our contestants with some pretty serious winds.
Contestants, are you ready? Grab those bars, everyone. Let's start the Fear in 3, 2, 1, go! that platform yard competing by surprise on continuing its hands to the end. Mr. Miracle gets very good out here.
Sean, we are approaching that 15-second mark. Erica, throw that lever. Here comes the wind.
Get hit in the face from a high-strength man, so sometimes lack of focus and concentration off of noticing Brian might be running out on that bar right now. Everybody else is holding on pretty well. Brian continues to run in the middle stage. Yeah, goes Brian! Everyone else knows the next person to follow will also be taking that walk of shame. Who's it going to be? Another squad jumping a little bit wider break on that bar. Sometimes that does not work in your favor, but I did not see slipping going on in his hands. Looks like Vincent is beginning to slide down his bar just a little bit, as is Matt. Looks like Matt's shaking a little bit. His hands might be opening up a bit. There goes Matt! And of course, so Miles as Vince goes down. Shaking off those hands, I mean, that aching really starts to settle in. These guys, they gotta let go eventually. Gravity always wins in this challenge. Now, of course, in every competition, some people do have to go home because they're a little bit disappointed. Well, in this case, it was Ryan. Right behind him was Matt. Ryan, come over here, stand on my right, we're looking at the camera. What was your experience up there, Ryan?
Definitely exhilarating.
Now, were you a little bit nervous up there? Yeah? Oh, you'd be crazy not to be. I mean, you're standing 35 feet up in the air wearing spandex in front of all these strangers. I'd be a little nervous too. Matt, how are you feeling right now?
Gutted, absolutely gutted. It was just my hands, too sweaty.
Too sweaty? Once that sliding starts, there's nothing you can do to stop it. Guys, thanks for coming out here, giving it a shot. But unfortunately, we have to send you down the wall. See you, fellas. But here they are. Let's hear it for Lou! Vince! Brianna! And Rob, semi-finalists. Great job, all of you. Feeling adrenaline pumping in? Well, it's only going to get more insane. Rob, take a step forward for me, sir. Tell everybody how you're feeling right now, my friend. I feel pretty great, to be honest with you. You feel pretty good right now. Now, since you didn't hold on the longest, you've got an important decision to make right now. You get to choose your teammate for the next stunt. But of course, keep in mind, if you and that person win the next round, it becomes your competition in our finals. Who's going to be, Rob?
I think I'm going to choose Brett.
You're going to take Brett. In particular reason why?
This is my girl. I'm just our third time lucky. I'm hoping that will continue for us for the show.
All right, we'll have to wait and see. Well, Vince and Lou, your father and son team, right? Well, let's see if you guys can put something together to keep Brenna and Rob out of the final. So I need all four of you. Follow John in the back. He'll gear you up for that next challenge. Give another round of applause, folks.
Well, everything except for their next step, I'd like to introduce everybody to Tammy. Tammy, come on up and join me. Now, Tammy kind of looks like she's ready for a pretty serious swimming stunt, but that's not what this entails. She's going to undergo what we call the desert hat ordeal. It's reminiscent of the days when, as punishment, folks used to be buried up to their neck in the sand and left to the mercy of the desert. So, Tammy, have a seat.
What we're about to do, you may find to be extremely disturbing. We're going to place her inside this chair, literally for her own safety. That's so that Tammy, our critter wrangler, everybody say, "Hi, Tammy!" Hi, Tammy! She's going to do that role in place of some of these dangerous creatures all over this Tammy's head. Now, to determine exactly what Tammy will be facing, I present you now the Wheel of Fear. He says it all. It's got this wheel because the Madagascar losing cockroaches, a wide variety of different snakes, tarantulas from all over the world, and the worst one on the wheel, the Emperor's Scorpion.
Sean, are you ready to see what it is?
Scorpion! Who else do y'all want to see? Who else wants to see? Scorpion! Scorpion! Yeah, I like you, man. This is great. I love the enthusiasm. You're just as evil as I am. I love it.
You're terrible.
Actually, they did not join most largest of the Scorpions appropriately named the Wheelmakers. Tammy's stay calm. Our team's going to place 6 Emperor Scorpions all over the top of your head. As long as you don't freak out when you close to the lid, you'll win this challenge. Now, make sure you're ready for this.
All right, Tammy, sit still. Take a deep breath. We are ready to go.
Well, Texas Racers, everybody, help us out. Let's count down in 3, 2, 1, go! This is showing any signs. It's the IX3, slowly and breathing. Not dancing in a chair. No right up to grip on the arms of that chair either. She is very comfortable right now.
5,
they go.
And 6, she has done it. We've got to remember each scorpion one at a time, and sometimes they like to latch on.
It's not a good feeling when I do. It's like let's hand she's been a real trooper. But oh, by the way, she made that look way too easy. I know I heard some people are saying they want to see some spiders here today. Looks like that tree freak inside of this metal case happens to be the largest spider species on the planet. It's called the lion bird-eating tarantula. The lifespan of up to 10 inches. It feeds on birds, snakes, lizards, occasionally even bats by sneaking up and pouncing on its prey and injecting the venom from these massive fangs. You're going to love this. Now, Tammy, don't let a little curveball your way. Just to up the ante a little bit, we're going to place one of these giant spiders on the top of your head. We'll close the lid, the signal, so it will fly, and you'll complete this challenge. Now, I just need a confirmation from you. Are you okay with this? She's in. Tammy, get position and take out the live. They're getting tarantula. Everyone from the center line of the stage of the arena here all the way to my right, you're going to cheer for the Red Team. Make some noise for Brenna and Ron. Center line all the way to the left. You know what to do. Make some noise for Blue Crew and Blue and Penny. Once again, the team this next time has two parts. Brenna and Lou, you both been designated as the runners for the first part of this challenge. When we say go, you must sprint over to the tank underneath this cover. Let's see what's inside, Jason B.
Check it out. Carnivorous eels. That's why we call this the eel tank relay.
You just plunge your bear on into that eel-infested tank as you attempt to look at a small bean bag. Once you have one in your possession, run back to your starting position and throw that bean bag into the bucket your teammate's holding. You've got 30 seconds to transfer as many bean bags as possible. You may only transfer one at a time. Whichever team has the most number of bean bags in their bucket at the end of 30 seconds, that team will receive the advantage for the second part of this stunt. Oh, by the way,
That's right. As our runners race towards that eel tank, my volunteer is Victoria, and over there's her best friend, Danny. We're going to attempt to shoot our runners with these high-intensity water cannons. Let's get a round of applause for Victoria and Danny!
countdown in. 3, 2, 1, go! Now, look, you can only throw one at a time. Make sure you only grab one bean bag. Brenda was a little off the mark on that one. Make sure you get that adjustment. Got the war for the public 17 blue advantage. They're not missed yet. Oh, another miss that time. By the red team, the blue team, they're just carrying this one away. 5 seconds left. We're going to take a minute for the to get the advantage now. Let's hear for our contestants. That time says where the red team has 1. Blue crew, they've got 4. Advantage goes. So make some noise for Blue crew. For the second part of this challenge, we're going to go ahead and give both Bob and Vince 3 bean bags each. So ever since the Blue crew won the first part of this challenge, we're going to give Vince 1 extra bean bag for a combined total of 4. Then Bob and Vince will hopefully hoist it backwards about 2.5 stories high up into the air. On the count of 3, we'll let them go. They'll set them into a pendulum motion. As they swing back and forth, they will attempt to drop their bean bags down to their teammates who are standing on the ground below. Whichever team has the most number of bean bags in the bucket at the end of this challenge, they move on to the finals. The other team, they're going home. And oh, by the way,
there's one more thing!
JCB made the best call. We're going to get rid of these bean bags and replace them with these. Rancid Octopus.
Our crew is on our way over to our team, so I need my runners to meet me down front. Lou, Britta.
We're going to take Luke from the blue crew, place him over here to my right, and then Brenna from the red team. She's going to be placed over to my left. The reason we do this, of course, is to give our teammates just a little bit of extra room to throw these octopus down to them. Now, we'd like to take a moment to warn the corner stands over to my left and the corner stands to my right. Occasionally, contestants have been known to overthrow their octopus so that it lands in our audience's lap, okay? So just please keep your eyes open and make your mouths closed. Raw octopus does not taste good. Trust me.
go.
Hoist them up now. And up they go. Remember, teams, 30 seconds, that's all you have. That'll make each member of your throws count. Just as a reminder, the red team have 3 on to buy. The blue crew, they have 4, since they won the first part of this challenge.
We are clear right, clear left.
Time to start chugging cephalopod. 10, 3, 2, 1, go! The first one is always hard to leave Gage accurately. Let's see if they can hit the mark. Teams are doing out. Meanwhile, the red team, they got one in the bucket already. A throw by Vince. Oh, a nice reaching grab by his dad, Blue. That time, though, Brenna missed the mark. Oh, between the legs, go away. All the time, Blue did not scoop that one up. Raji wants to get a good look before launching this one. Help the Brenna out. Oh, Blue on the front there. Still not enough distance. Behind, between the legs, again. I believe they've got one more throw here by the blue crew. And it's up with short, and it was short. Well, let's hear it from our contestants. The rookie shot, the red team only got 1, but the blue crew of Blue and Vince got 2. They're going to the finals.
Great job, kids. What a mess.
Blue right this way, my friend. Fantastic job. Were you getting nervous there at all?
Not at all. I'm going to beat him this time. 3 years ago, we were in the finals. He beat me. It's my time to beat him back.
I had no idea that you were in this competition in the past. It's fantastic. Now, I think you're really going to take the gloves off on this one, huh?
Oh, yeah.
You're pretty certain you're going to walk away with the victory in hand on this one?
I hope so.
We need some more confidence out of you, Lou, all right? Because you're going to be taking on your son, Vince, over here. Great job, Vince. 2 out of 4. Luckily, that's all you needed to make it to the finals. How are you feeling right now?
I'm dizzy.
You're dizzy right now. But yeah, once you start doing other spins, it's very disorienting. Now, you're going to be taking on your dad in the finals. Any final thoughts for your former teammate and your dad over here?
I beat him before. I can beat him again.
Hey, what do you got to say to your dad, Lou?
Let me at it.
All right, guys. Follow John to the back once more. He'll give you up for that last challenge right this way, guys. Follow John. I can't wait. This is going to be good. Meanwhile, Brenna and Rob. Oh, I tell you what. I'm sorry, you have to share the blame on this one. Brenna looks like you couldn't get the beanbags to Rob. That advantage, I think you kind of needed that. Would have helped you out in this competition. How you feeling right now?
I just had you got a chance to try.
Oh yeah, got a chance to try. Let me tell you, Brenna, unfortunately, she was geared up to actually participate yesterday in our very last show because of lightning, could not do it. And then the last show, the same thing, for the 3rd time's the charm. How you feeling right now, Bob?
I feel good. I'm quite enjoying the spin on my hands.
I think some of those throws were just a little too short for Brenna to grab.
No, it's unfortunate.
Yeah,
Next time, man.
Next time. All right, well, guys, thanks for coming out and trying, but unfortunately, you didn't make it to the finals. Better see you down on the wall. Right, sure. So long, YouTube. While the picture getting ready for the finals, let's see how many of you can stomach this next event.
That's right, we have 2 very brave teams down front joining us for this next stunt. Over here on my right-hand side, the team that calls themselves the Millionaires. Over here on my left is Team Muscles. Let's give both teams a nice round of applause.
What is your reason to get the most questions about? This would be Fear Factor, but that's not sort of an interesting food challenge. That's what we call this next event. That's what's crawling to dinner.
So let's go ahead and see what's on our menu, shall we? Alright, our first course is a little seafood surprise. This is a colorful mix of rotten clams, oysters. There are some octopus parts that made it in there. Some fish heads and tails. They've all been kind of marinating in their own juices, so.
Lovely description.
Don't get your nose too close. Our second course is a little mystery meat medley. These are the leftovers from the meat packing plants that they're kind enough to sweep up off the floor so that they're here to us slightly green.
What kind of animal is green?
The cartilage.
I guess the cartilage, all
I
right.
made that up.
I have no idea.
We're going to top it all off with a little sour milk.
Oh, yeah. That's so chunky. She's just squirming around the audience a little bit. I don't blame her. No. What are you doing? Hold on a second.
Just blend it up.
That's all you got. That's all you did.
That's all I got. That's disgusting.
I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying, that's not the person kind of let him off a little easy here. I mean, you have a reputation for protection.
Sean, look around. We are at a theme park. You did not expect me to make these nice people eat the same things we do on television, did you?
Absolutely. Come on, let's roll the green.
Oh, by the way,
That's one more thing.
a little Fear Factor like party mix. It's a disgusting combination of crickets, grubs, silkworm pupa, and grasshoppers.
What are you holding out on me? I'll let you go inside. I'm just done 6, not Jason. You can make things. Our official Fear Factor Live protein receptacles. Just in case we have any returns. There you go, guys. Wow, that is one good looking smoothie right there.
Oh, Sean, this one might be more like a chocolate.
Listen here, when you test and take on the rules, we're going to give you a full 30 seconds to drink down this delicious stuff. Each one of these cups represents 1 point. If anyone on your team chooses to pass or doesn't finish for any reason, you will forfeit your point. As soon as you're done, put the cup back off the table, open up your mouth nice and wide, JCP and I, we're going to check and make sure you're not saving anything for later. Whichever team finishes the fastest or has the most points at the end of 30 seconds will win this challenge. I just heard the dinner bell ring. Now grab your cups, leave them on the table, and to wait until we say go, let's count down the shout-out in 3, 2, 1, go! Oh my gosh. Two rounds here. And it's close by the booth. The booth stands in his team muscle.
She probably pretended it was a shot to peel or something.
Official Fear Factor Live and Love Love, so you can make your own smoothies at home. Let's give a round of applause for all of these teams who are up here. And Sean, we are ready for the finals. Take it away.
Nice one, guys. All right, you're with me. You're with me. And you two, come on up with me.
Now it is crunch time. They both want to be today's true Fear Factor Live champion with one thing stacked with the way. And often we call the Stuntman's Challenge. Lou and Vince, turn around, take a look at your wall. Scrub your wall very carefully. When we say go, your job is to climb up that wall. You must remove all 4 yellow flags along the way. As you remove that top yellow flag, you step into the climb over to the red fireman's pole. Attached to the top of that pole is a red flag with a key on it. You must grab that flag, slide down the pole over to your car, jump in, and start that car with the key that's on that flag. When the car starts to begin to rise up into the air. When the car stops rising, jump out onto the hood. Remove the 3 yellow flags attached to the front. Then, you must scramble to the back seat. Take that rocket launcher out of the rear seat compartment and shoot the target on the building right behind me. Simply put, the first one of you to shoot that target will become the ultimate champion of Fear Factor Live. Lou and Vince, tough gloves. Have them your walls. Oh, by the way,
There's one more thing.
That's right, because this is live, we're going to mess with our competitors just one more time. You'll notice that I placed volunteers at different stations all around our stage. It's their job to pound our competitors with these ball cannons, to douse them with water as they climb the walls, and to provide some rain during their car climbing action. Now that, my friends, is what we call entertainment here at Fear Factor Live.
you know what it sounds like it's going to get lit around here, so I'm ready. Lou, are you ready over there? Vince, are you ready? Audience, are you ready? Yeah! 3, 2, 1, go! And they're on. It all comes down. Who wants the most? Now, Lou, he's got everything to prove here. He came up short last time. This time it's going to be a different story, but it looks like Vance, he's mind repeat what he did before. He's really getting ahead of this challenge. Already 3 flags down. Two makers up, play up to that 2nd level. Meanwhile, Vance making his way across the middle. Goes to the fire, pull it down. Come on. Good. Get the pace up low. It's extremely difficult to get this wall with all this water coming down on your face. Looks like our reservoir right there has one dry. We make his way across the window. Meanwhile, his son Vince already working on getting his car started. Hang tight, Vince. Wait until that car stops before you proceed. Luke, make his way over to the car himself. Sometimes something as simple as getting clean may make you a bit of a challenge. Get that car started, Luke. Fall into the back seat. Try to find his footing here. Get up here, Luke. Stay seated, Vince. Wait till the car stops before you continue. Hang down without yet. The spring fixing to put this vehicle extremely slippery. Now, Vince, with good grip, come flying off the front of the car. It's Luke. Be the champion. Stay seated, Lou. Wait until that car stops. Okay, Vince, go out there and get those flags. They probably realize this has got a lot of time here right now without taking unnecessary risks.
1 flag. 2 flags.
Down. We're going to get that 3rd. Can't reach it. Can't reach it yet.
He's got the 3rd flag.
Go, go, Lou. Keep on, Vince. Make his way back to that rocket launcher. Watch that target inside. Fire in the hole. my friend. Well, folks, you got the eye of the tiger, I can tell. Some of you do. We're going to be casting for our very next show at 3:50. That is 10 minutes until 4 o'clock. We dare to see you there. I'm your host, Sean Henson.
I'm your producer, JCP.
And thanks for joining us here.
Fear Factor Live.
Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoy this performance of Fear Factor Live. For your own safety, as you exit, please do not step on or over the benches. Take small children by the hand and use the stairs and aisleways only. If you think you've got what it takes to be a contestant on Fear Factor Live, then visit our casting area directly in front of this theater 1 hour and 10 minutes before